You'll never be rich until you master desire. We all want more. More money, more comfort, more recognition. And the world keeps whispering that happiness is just one step away, one promotion, one car, one number in your account. But here's the truth the Stoics knew thousands of years ago. You don't suffer because you lack wealth. You suffer because you lack control over desire. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Read that again. Craving, not poverty, is what makes us miserable. Think about it. You finally buy something you've wanted for months. It feels amazing for a day, maybe two, and then your mind starts chasing the next thing. You're trapped in an endless hunger. The more you get, the more you want. That's not success. That's slavery. Epictetus taught that the first step to freedom is not to get everything you want, but to want only what you truly need. He said, "Freedom is not achieved by satisfying desires, but by eliminating them. Desire is like fire. Give it more wood, and it burns higher. Starve it, and it dies into calm." The Stoics practiced what they preached. They lived in palaces yet trained their minds to be content in poverty. They ate simple meals, wore plain clothes, and reminded themselves, "I can be happy with little," not because they hated wealth, but because they refused to let wealth own them. Seneca was one of the richest men in Rome, yet he wrote about sleeping on hard floors, about eating coarse bread, just to remind himself, "If I ever lose it all, I will still be free." Can you say the same? If tomorrow your account was empty, if you lost your possessions, your image, your lifestyle, would you still be at peace? Or has your identity fused with the things you own? This is why the Stoics saw desire as the first enemy of peace. Because every desire attaches a string to your heart, and the more strings you collect, the easier the world can pull you apart. Look around today. People drown in debt not because they need, but because they crave. We buy to impress, not to live. We chase images, not meaning. And when the high fades, we call it burnout. But really, it's just desire collapsing under its own weight. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his journal, "If you seek tranquility, do less. Or rather, do what's essential." Apply that to wealth. If you seek peace, desire less. Or rather, desire only what is essential. That's the paradox. The less you desire, the richer you feel. Because peace is the ultimate luxury, and it's free the moment you stop craving what isn't yours. True wealth isn't measured by how much gold you collect, but by how little you need to wake up content. A rich man who depends on luxury is a beggar in disguise. He just begs with style. The Stoics teach us this simple law. The man who can walk through life with calm detachment, who can lose everything and still keep his virtue, that man owns the world. So start small. Practice gratitude for what you already have. Stop comparing your life to others. Comparison is the root that feeds desire. And when you want something new, pause and ask, would I still want this if no one ever saw it? If the answer is no, it's not a need, it's a trap. We don't find freedom by adding more to our lives. We find it by subtracting what owns us. The Stoic path to wealth is not about rejecting money. It's about mastering yourself so deeply that money, success, and status become tools, not chains. Remember this, the one who masters his desires becomes the richest soul alive, because no one can take away the wealth of a content mind.